You're not ready. This is an emergency. This is an emergency. This is an emergency.
Watch it roll.
This is an emergency.
Watch it roll. Pop it, drop it. Watch it roll. Watch it roll.
Watch it roll.
Pop it, drop it. Watch it roll.
This is an emergency.
Watch it roll. Pop it, drop it. Watch it roll. Watch it roll. Watch it roll. Pop it, drop it. Watch it roll.
This is an emergency.
Watch it roll. Pop it, drop it. Watch it roll. Watch it roll. Watch it roll. You should kill it all. Kill it all. Kill it all. You should kill it all. Kill it all. Kill it all. What's up, shorty? Excuse my grammar. Can't help but notice you's a bad man, no jammer. If I take you home, I'ma drop that hammer. My swag got flash like a room full of cameras. Baby, you can be a trainer. Pop it, drop it, let me in. Haters hate it when winners win. So pop that booty in. Do it again. And I love how you make those haters mad. Built like a stallion and she so bad. Ugly chicks, they gon' feel sad, cause she got something that they wish they had. Pop it, drop it, watch it roll. You so dope, you can be a model. Pop it, drop it, watch it roll. Booty so big, it can hold a bottle. Pop it, drop it, watch it roll.
This is an emergency.
Watch it roll. Pop it, drop it, watch it roll. Watch it roll. Watch it roll. Pop it, drop it, watch it roll.
This is an emergency.
Watch it roll. Pop it, drop it, watch it roll. Watch it roll. Watch it roll. Pop it, drop it, watch it roll. Watch it roll. Pop it, drop it, watch it roll. Watch it roll. Watch it roll.
This is an emergency.
Kill it all. Kill it all. Kill it all.
This is an emergency.
Kill it all. Kill it all. Kill it all.
This is an emergency.
Kill it all. Kill it all. Kill it all.
This is an emergency.
Kill it all. Kill it all. Kill it all. Yeah.
All right, there we go, man. What is going on, everybody, man? Welcome to Tuesday's show. It is Taco Tuesday, the Nashville Cavemen podcast. With your host, Damo Unleashed, and I got a real good friend of mine. I consider this dude a brother. Go ahead and introduce yourself, and let's get it cracking.
Well, y'all know, hey, again, God is good. We've been blessed to see another week, another Tuesday. For those of you who don't know me, again, my name is Sky Black. I'm a pro wrestler and a music publisher. Tonight we have new music. Shouts out to Latanya Kelly for sending your artist here. Hopefully she got in contact with you, Damo.
I finally got to talk to her. I had a great conversation. And
Yes.
You know what? I actually want to interview her because I want to see the difference between a publicist and a manager. She's not a manager,
Yep.
she's a publicist. And I would like to know more of
publicist.
the publicist. So.
Hey, if I was you, I missed out on it because I wanted to hire her to work with me a long time ago, but my artists wasn't serious. They wasn't serious at all. Bethany, hey girl, how you doing? Brittany, how you doing? Anyway, again, I missed out on the opportunity, so don't you miss out on the opportunity, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, again, pro wrestler, music publisher. Tonight, her artist, the song will debut, right? And then I told him to get in contact with you about doing the interview and the male artist of the year thing. And she's really good, man. Literally, she's represented like WNBA players. She is really, really good. I don't know why I'm just shy. You should work with her, man. I'm telling you, if I had artists that were serious like 5-6 years ago when I first talked to her, I would have hired her services, man. But she's that good. But anyway,
I wish I would have.
Tonight, Off Top Radio, we're gonna have new music. Then we'll stream on offtoprecords.net. You know what I'm saying? And so, but today's show, man, we've been waiting to have this conversation. So, who else is up here? I'm doing good. I am doing good. How are you? Somebody said, hey.
Yeah, that was me. I put hey. It was Brittany that said hey.
Also, now you can type back. You can type back on that?
Yep.
Man, you was just learning all type of stuff.
Yeah. You teaching me this. I didn't even.
Hey, you know what? We're gonna have to talk about that Bigo thing because ever since I've signed up, I have nothing but porn stars or porn women trying to send me friend requests.
Oh, I don't know. I stay away from that. You know what? It seems like on all these apps, and which is sad. You know what I'm saying? People don't want to work. It just seems like that's on all. I don't care if it's Instagram, Facebook, X, Twitch. You go on all these, and I'm like, what is going on? Like these
joining the
chicks
show.
really don't have no dads around. What's up, Jasmine?
Yeah, thanks for joining the show. Hey, y'all tell everybody we live. You know, share it. Let them know.
Yeah, we got some good stuff to talk about today.
Oh yeah.
Good thing
I wonder if the two girls are gonna come back today. Who knows? We don't know yet.
Oh yeah, that would be fun. That would be fun. I want to tell everybody good news, man. So this morning, because we can't talk about football. That sucks.
Yep, it's over.
We're going to miss football. We'll talk about it when the draft comes. But football is out. But I did get some good news this morning.
Okay.
Hot 107, man, caught wind. They seen the promo video I did actually for the show. And I played that video right before the show. Well, he seen the video, liked the song, and I knew the visual would catch guys' attention especially. Mm-hmm. But if you catch them visually, they'll listen to the song. And I guess he was like, man, I love this song. You guys have a hot song. Could you email it to me? We already had a radio edit version, so I sent it to him. He said he let his colleagues listen to it. The colleagues loved the song, and they wanted to put us in rotation. So fast forward, we got all the information to him. I'm waiting to get back from them, the when it'll be in rotation. But that's millions of views or listens.
That's what's up. That's amazing.
Millions. Every time they spin, it'll be over 1 million listeners listening to the song.
Congrats.
And so that made my week, man.
It's just your hard work paying off.
Yeah. And it just lets you know that, man, you know what? If you give up, you just never know who may come across and see value in what it is that you got going on.
It is seed time and harvest, right? So I don't know if people don't understand that I don't believe in tithing. I never believed in it. I believe in seed, time, and harvest. You plant a seed, a good seed in good soil. Over time, you will see a harvest. It might take a week, it might take a month, it might take 10 years, but you will receive a harvest. But like he said, if you give up and you don't plant that seed, you will never see a harvest. You know what I'm saying? So you got to keep going.
Because let me tell you, Sky, that song, Emergency, I haven't promoted it in about 6 years.
Right.
The song is about 7 years old. And so I was just putting together, I know it's a good song, you know what I'm saying? But sometimes timing and where you are plays also a big role in it. It may not just be time, or you might not be in front of the right crowd. And so it's just me re-putting it out, and look what happens.
Yeah, look what happened. Shouts out Miss Allen. Thank you for joining us too. I hope you're having a great day today. But yeah, you're right, Damo. You just can't give up. I mean, a lot of these artists, if they're not millionaires in 6 months, they give up, and that's just not how, especially with music, it's just not how it works. You build you a catalog, and you keep the catalog. And one day you can sell that catalog to a publisher, to another record label, or one day you just might be sitting at home and they be like, hey, this Pringle commercial needs such and such. You'll think, well, 6 years ago, I recorded a song that sounds just like what this Pringle commercial. Let me send them 2-3 songs to see if it catches or not. The next thing you know, that one song is going to blow up your whole catalog. So always, when you are recording, save your music and your lyrics. Every time you do a song, type up your lyrics and save them. Save your lyrics, save the song, and save just the instrumental. Always have those 3 for every song that you do. And I always have a clean version. Because if they run into Damo and say, Damo, we need a radio song. If Damo's like, I ain't got it, or I got to re-record it, or it's over my brother's house, I got to call talk to him, or I'll send it to you. Can you mark out the cuss words? It's over.
Right.
It's over.
They ain't going to waste time. They're not going to waste time with that. You're
absolutely today's topic. Can they not see today's topic when they chime in, Damo? Because she's asked what's today's topic.
Oh, we got a couple of them. The first one is, do women, because we was talking about the video in which the female asked a group of women, do men prefer natural bodies or BBLs? And then she asked the same question to me. Well, remember we was talking about how the women was like, all BBL. Dudes want women with BBL, BBL, BBL. And then when she asked the men was like, natural, 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 natural. And so it made me ask this question. Do women really know what men want? That's one of the topics. Do women really know? Because I don't think women really understand what it is that men are looking for. They ask other women, they will listen to women on the radio, like female artists or whatnot.
Right.
They don't really go to men and really ask men, what is it that you're looking for in a wife? What determines if this is a woman you're going to marry, that you're not going to marry? I think the information, for the most part, they get from each other, and it's the wrong information. You know what I'm saying? Another one is we're going to talk about the ex-judge who was married 51 years. His brother needed a kidney, and so his sons, who were 42 and 40, went up to the hospital to see if their blood type matched his brother's, and come to find out, he wasn't even the father of these kids that he raised, you know what I'm saying, and still taken care of to this day. So the sons aren't his, the grandkids aren't his,
and the great-grandkids
aren't his. So his whole legacy don't even exist. And he's older now, so he's too old right now to probably start a family all over again.
That's true.
He's married to a woman who, you know what I'm saying, that's a bombshell of a secret to hold.
That is, and so Miss Allen, you hear what the topics are, right? He has one more, but maybe we should do a subtopic, right? After you just heard what he just said, a man that is 51 years old, right, raised two kids that are now 40 and 42 that are no longer here, huh?
He's in the 70s.
He's in the 70s, but he's been married for 51. Has raised two kids, so should DNA tests for married men be mandatory? So if you married to a man and you pop out a child and he asks for a DNA test, should you give it to him? Especially after what we just heard about this man being married, having kids by his wife, and then come to find out 40 years later that the kids are not his.
Sky, here's something even more devastating.
I need a new hat. Thank you.
Here's something that's even more deeper than that. He said he proceeded over thousands of paternity cases. He said out of 5 cases, every 5 cases, the men that were saying they weren't the father, 4 of them 5, they were right.
They were right.
4 out of 5 cases, the men that said they weren't the father, they weren't the father. That means 80%. Could you imagine 80% of the men, they weren't the father?
Ain't that crazy? Ain't that crazy? And we ain't talking about your side chick, your boo thing, your jump off, some girl you just met at a club. We talking about your wife that you put on a high standard.
And stuff like
Come
that.
to find out that child is not yours, and y'all been married. They was married for 10 years before they had the first 2 kids. So 10 years, who would thought that your wife would have cheated on you within those 10 years, right?
Right.
That's why he didn't ask for one.
That's why. And those are the cases that's most likely to happen to men. Those are where men are the most vulnerable because they be in love with the woman and they think they trust in women that the women going to do the right thing, and then come to find out the women aren't doing the right thing, man. That's a crazy situation. And you know what? They never go back, and the men aren't paid. Like, I think he should be able to sue her for her retirement. It may not be much, but you know what? You got to pay somehow.
Yeah. It should be some type of consequence of any woman lying to men about who the father of the child is.
Right.
Because she knew who the fathers were. I believe she knew who the fathers were, but this man is a judge, so he got good money, good benefits, good health care. Hell, I would have lied too. I'm not going to these other fools. I know damn well can't take care of these kids, but my husband, hell, he got life insurance, he got everything we need. So, I mean, but yeah, it should be some consequences. I believe you.
I believe it should be some. In the other one, there was a video of it where this guy took this female on a date to the Shake Shack.
Yep.
And she complained the whole time, you know, and got on video recording him, trying to belittle him because he took her to a date to the Shake Shack, which he spent. The Shake Shack is not cheap. $50, man, you know, to somebody that's not, it's not coming out of their pocket, they're maybe looking at it like, well, that's not a lot of money. But when it's coming out of your pocket, $50 is some money, especially when it's going towards somebody else. So he spent $50 on a date. So the question is, at what point is a date not good enough for you? Is it?
Well, you know what? Here's the thing I want to know for feminists out there that want to be equal to men. Why don't y'all start paying on the first date? Why does the man have to pay on the first date? Now, listen to me now. Not normal women who wants to be a normal woman. I'm talking about feminists that say we are just as equal as me. Well, you just as equal as me. When we go out on the first date, you should pay for it. And then you tell me it's $50 a lot or not.
Right. And that's it, man. You know, I couldn't imagine, man, dating in this time, man. It's depressing. It's depressing, man, to see because, man, nothing's good enough. And then you really think all a date is really you're trying to get to know a person. Is this somebody that I can move forward with? Is this somebody I can build with? Man, when a female is telling you there's a certain amount of money that has to be spent for you to be able to get any time with her, that's already a red flag. That's letting you know that, say for example, and this is where a lot of females get wrong. They look at how much money a man makes, and they don't look at if the dude is good with his money. Because there are people that make a lot of money, but they aren't good with how they spend and save their money.
That's right. They're not good steward of their money.
Right. So what's $100,000 if you got $300,000 in debt?
I always tell people, it ain't what you make, is what you spend, right?
Right.
It's what you spend. So when you want to go out or be with a man, you first thing you need to know is how does he treat his mama? That's how I was raised. You know, how does he treat the women in his life? You know, his mom, his sisters, aunties. If he got a daughter, that's one. Then you need to know how of a steward he is over his assets and money. You know, everything else is okay, whether he believes in God, go to church, blah, blah. But them two things should be the top two things for any woman who wants to build a real relationship and foundation like me and Damo was talking about.
You know, here's the thing, because, man, that's another topic I think that we could go into that would be good. I think a lot, and I hear a lot of women say that, man, how do we treat his mom? Yeah. I think a lot of guys, and we need to have this conversation. There are a lot of men that resent their mom. They resent their moms.
Yep,
a lot of them resent their moms because they blame their moms for not having a father in their life. And a lot of women will say, well, how can that be? Where the son looking at it like, well, you weren't married to him. Why didn't you just get married to him first? And then, you know what I'm saying? And have, why did you have me without him committing? Because if he didn't commit to you, surely there was a high chance he wasn't going to commit to me. So it's perspective.
I had a girl say that to me when I was at MTSU one time. She was telling me about her family. And she asked her mom, and she said, if you and my daddy was in so much disarray in the relationship, why you just didn't abort me? When you found out I was pregnant, you found out you was pregnant with me, right? And you knew that my daddy wasn't SHIT, why you just didn't abort me? That's what she told her mama. Yeah. Why did you bring me into this situation that I did not have to be in? Ain't that
right?
crazy?
And so you think of a man, right?
Right.
Little boys are overprotected by their mother.
Yeah.
So the difference is, and we got a video, we was talking about this, it's a video on my Facebook page, where the mother was talking about, the son was like, you loved me, but you didn't love me enough.
Right.
And what he meant by you didn't love me enough, he was basically telling her that you overprotected me, you didn't teach me how to survive. Things that a man would teach his son on how to survive out in the world, You
Right.
protected me from things that I needed to learn how to survive and move around, and situations I needed to learn how to move around in, if that makes sense.
Yep.
And so there's a little resentment. Like, he going through things as a young man that the mother didn't help guide him in, and he's blaming the mom.
That's true. That is true. And I watched that video. And sometimes when I watch the video, I'm thinking he makes good point. But what I try to tell children is that before they was your parents, they were children too.
Yeah.
Before they was your parents, they were kids that didn't ask to be brought in this world. So before you go chastise your parents, because some of them do need to be, because some of them did not deserve to be parents. But before you go that route, ask them what their childhood was. I always talk to my mama. How was your mama? I always talk to my dad when he was alive. How was your parents? And how was your how was your grandparents? How was you raised? Then it lets me know why you was or wasn't in my life. Do you see what I'm saying? So at least
you're absolutely right.
Huh?
Sky, I couldn't agree more. And the tragedy of it all is, and I was thinking about this because I like a lot of crime TV shows and documentaries, especially when the killer documentaries. I like them because their minds and their thought process is totally different than ours. But the one thing I picked up and I noticed.
What's that?
With a lot of male serial killers, they kill women that remind them of their moms or a woman that broke their heart. And most of the women that break their heart is either a wife or it's, for the most part, their mother. And they'll look for people that they can't hurt their own mother, so they'll look for women that look like their mother and go after them.
And go after them. So you can take somebody that's in a bad situation, and mentally, if they're strong enough, they can go out to this world and break whatever curse, right, that happened in their household, whether it's financially, abuse, whatever. But then you have people like you just said who's not mentally strong, and this is their escape is to go out here and hurt other people because they're hurt.
Yep. And that's the sad part, because you're right. It's a cycle that continues to go over and over and over. And you can't really blame the parent, but it comes with consequences. When you have kids young and you aren't prepared, and we see this. We see a lot of mothers saying, I can't stand you. You just like your daddy. And they put their kids down. The first abuse, most of the time, if y'all out in public, watch how a lot of young mothers talk at their sons.
Yep.
Their kids, period. So the first abuse that men go through, for the most part, is by mothers. But your mothers also teach them to, I don't care what I do to you, I'm your mother. I'm the one that gave you life.
That's right.
What
did Bill Cosby say? I brought you into this world, I can take you out on the Cosby Show.
Sure will. But I'm gonna tell y'all something. I'm gonna give y'all a real gem. When we come in this world, as infants. We need guidance, and then us walking, us learning how to walk, us our ability to get fed, clothed, all that. We don't know how to do it when we come out the womb. So we are dependent. We are totally dependent on our parents. But what parents got to understand is that you go from baby to, adolescence, mature, elder, and then you go back to baby form.
Yep.
So when you're a baby, you barely got any hair on your head. You got one tooth. You know what I'm saying? Your bones was brittle and everything. And then when you get older, you return right back to that stage. Don't forget, your kids one day gonna have to take care of you. So
that's right. Circle of life.
Kids, and when they were young and they were dependent on you because you could, just don't forget the ties can turn when you become an elder. That's why a lot of elder people be in nursing homes and they get mistreated, because how you do your kids can come back. That's karma. It's the cycle of life.
It's the cycle. Wow. That is absolutely correct. That is correct. And so that's why I try to tell folks, if you just sit down like adults and talk, no matter what the situation is, then a lot of things you're saying, because what did Wu-Tang say? The tongue is just as sharp as the sword. So the stuff that comes out your mouth can do more damage than you physically hurting somebody. So sit down and have a conversation about what's on your mind before you just come in guns a-blazing. You know what I'm saying? And so, because I know a lot of them that hate their parents and mad at their daddies, and the daddies that died, they didn't go to the funeral, and I'm just like, we all have to live in this world. This world is not perfect, but if you just take the time and just take a breath and say, well, why was he or she like this? Even if they don't want to talk to you, then go to your grandparents and say, hey, how did you raise mom and dad? And then you will get a understanding of what's going on. But a lot of people, they just, it ain't like that, man.
And the thing is also, is we got to do a better job at this. Parents, we make mistakes. We are not perfect. There is no manual on how to raise kids.
No warranty.
The moment you make a mistake, put your ego and your pride aside. And if it calls for you to apologize to your kids, do so. You got to apologize once you notice that you made a mistake in the way that you parent or the way that you talk. Or something that you thought you were doing right and you weren't doing right.
Right.
It's not where I did the best I could. That's not good enough. If it calls for you to apologize.
And that's it.
Now,
once you've done that, if your kid is still out of line, then that's a whole different story. Because you see, before I got online with you, I was listening to Corey Holcomb. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, I know. I'm very familiar with Corey.
Okay, did you see what he said about his daughter? He called his daughter a bitch.
Oh, wow.
He said I don't fuck with that bitch because she's too much like her mama, which was a crazy bitch. This is his exact words. And the only time she calls me is when she needs something, right?
Right.
I have a child that's just like that. The only time I hear from them is when they need something, but I would never call them any derogatory words. You know what I'm saying?
There is one more thing we need to talk about too, Sky. Mm-hmm. I know you've seen this video where the dude he's married, but he pays the mother of his child $500 a month in child support.
Yeah. Yep.
So the son needed a pair of shoes. He went to go get the son a pair of shoes.
Right.
His wife was like, why are you spending extra to buy him shoes? Shouldn't that come out of the money that you pay in child support?
Right.
Your baby's mother should take that money out of child support and buy him shoes.
Correct.
That's what child support is for. And he's like, well, my son needs shoes, so I'm going to get him some shoes. And she was like, well, if you get him some shoes, we putting you out. I'm putting you out. And she threw his suitcase on the bed and start packing his suitcase.
That's right.
So we're going to talk about that too, man.
Well, first of all, the old folks used to say you have to pay the cost to be the boss, right? So this is the side that I'm glad, because all these women that attack, sorry, y'all, it's my business phone going off. All these women who attack, give me a second, sorry. Okay. All these women who attack us and say that, okay, we don't never talk about men. So here we are. First of all, this man, he dated a woman, right? Had a child outside of wedlock, which in my opinion, when he did that, he didn't have nothing he brought to the table. Then he goes and marries a woman who he didn't bring nothing to the table, right? So this man has made two bad decisions, and you know what they was? Not having anything of his own, because I believe that the baby mama put him out too. Yeah. Then he finds another woman to go shack up with, and then she has the power to put him out. So men that are listening to this show, don't be going into relationships without something of your own. You need to have your own car, your own place, and your own cell phone. That way nobody can put you out. How dare a woman try to put me out because I want to take care of my son? Yes, I'm paying $500 a month because the court says I had to, right? But that don't mean I have to stop. I'm doing it out of my own free will. Nobody's putting a gun in my head telling me to buy him shoes. He's my son. So I'm going to buy him shoes. So imagine me living with a woman, keyword, living with a woman who has the power to put me out because I want to take care of my son. And then the last point I want to make, I've never seen a woman not wanting a man to take care of his kids. Usually it's the other way around. The woman got to get the man to get up off his ass to take care of his previous kids. This right here shocked the shit out of me, excuse my language.
Man, so we're going to get into it. I want to play this first video right quick. You know what I'm saying? Because, man, the first question is, do women really understand or know what men want? And so, without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and play this. Let's go ahead and get this started. Because I thought this was pretty deep and pretty interesting.
A natural body or a BBL? BBL, 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 BBL. Do you prefer natural bodies or BBL bodies? Natural. Do you think?
So that's interesting. At what point, because I was talking to this with my agent on Bigo, right? We were having a really deep conversation. And I was saying that, all right, I know me. I don't like the ant body look. If you look like you built like an ant, I just don't like that. I call it the Jessica Rabbit. Jessica Rabbit, I never found anything about the way she was built sexy. I'm sorry.
Right.
I just did.
Who framed Roger Rabbit?
Dolly Parton is beautiful, but her shape, I never found that attractive. I'm sorry. That might be her natural, and that might be her natural look. I just never found that shape sexy. I never looked and been like, that's sexy.
Right.
I always prefer well proportioned.
Right.
Some of y'all got really big booties. Some of y'all ain't got no booties. Some of y'all got triple X. Some of y'all got minus triple A. You know what I'm saying? Some of y'all just ain't got nothing but nipples. It is what it is, man. However God made you, you know what I'm saying? That's how you was made. And he don't make no mistakes. So if God made you in the light that he made you, and he think you sexy, then you sexy. You know what I'm saying? I don't like the whole going down, taking meat off your stomach to put on your damn butt cheeks and all that. I just don't like the idea. If you're not good enough for you, then how do you expect for me to think that you're good enough for me?
Is what you project. Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right.
If you're not good enough for you, if what you have is not good enough for you, then what makes you think it's going to be good enough for me?
I agree 100%. And it goes back to these women and men having self-esteem issues. Or it goes back to you tried to holler at this girl, she said no, and it hurts your feelings. And then you feel like you got to go and be something that you not to get a girl that you think that you need. I'm with you. Natural is the best thing going. That's why I hate first dates. Don't come in here with all this makeup on and they put on a dress that you ain't put on in 20 years. Just so you can sit here and eat with me, and then we get together, and you don't look like that for the rest of your life. You just look like that one day. And I get it. First impressions are good, but that's overdoing it. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Like I get when I first get with you, you know what I'm saying? I'm getting me along.
Right.
We go home one day, I lay down, we do some adult stuff. I wake up, and now I'm next to Leslie John.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's bad, man. No, because ladies, let me put y'all up on game. The one thing the dudes like to do when we find a really beautiful woman or a woman that beauty is in the eye of the beholder, we like to show them off. And the reason why we like to show y'all off is because our uncles, our dads, our brothers, everything, they like, go ahead, nephew. Go ahead, son, I see you. It's a pride thing. We feel proud because we actually have to do work to get y'all attention. We can't just be, it's not like y'all can just exist, have nothing going for you. But if you find, y'all can get a rich dude, y'all can get somebody competent. We can't do that. There's only a percentage of men that y'all, for the most part, want. The rest of us, we got to put in work. So when
That's
we
right.
get a female that's bad, that's worth showing off, we can't wait to show them off.
That's
And
right.
there's nothing more embarrassing than when we bragging on how long your hair is, or we bragging on your eye color. Yeah, she got hazel eyes, man, hair down to her ass. And then one day you show up, man, Sinead O'Connor. You know what I'm saying? Not to throw, dirt on Sinead O'Connor is a beautiful woman, but when we introduced you, you wasn't Sinead O'Connor, and now you Sinead O'Connor, man. Your hair like a dirty tennis ball. You know what I'm saying? And we was bragging about your hair being down to the back of your ass.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and then, I'm like, man, son, what happened? Did she get a cut?
Man, and I'm with you on that, man. And I know that they're taught to, first impression is good, don't step out looking half-assed. Hell, we was even taught she ain't got to be the best looking thing in the world, but she got to be good enough to bring home, right?
Right.
All that stuff can come and go, like you said, in 50 years, when I'm 70 or whatever, and I can't take care of myself, I don't care how she looks. If she can help me get in and out the bathroom, if she can help me get in and out the car, clothe myself, get me back and forth to the doctor, all that stuff does not matter. To me, it's what's on the inside. For me, that's for me.
Right. And you're right. Because in the end, at the end of the day, that's the stuff that really matters.
Yeah.
That's the stuff that, because you'll get past that. What I'm talking about is the honeymoon stage.
Yeah.
That wears off. So there's going to come a point where the other qualities mean more. But what
That's
I'm saying is women do it too. When y'all meet a guy and y'all friends ask y'all brag on us. Y'all brag on the things that's important to y'all. Like, oh, he got a 6-figure paying job. He a doctor. Man, he dressed clean, smelled nice, went over his house. It was all tidied and, for a bachelor. And y'all brag on us. So could you imagine if y'all brag on us and then we show up totally different than the things you were bragging on us about?
I lived that one day, right? So I started talking to this girl a while back, and I had subwoofers in my car, and that's what she liked about me, but I didn't know that, right?
Right.
So the next day when I pulled up, I had the option on my CD player to turn my subwoofers off because I was going into the project. No way in hell I'm gonna bang it on my way into the project. I'll bang on my way out, but I ain't banging on my way in. And she was like, "What are you doing?" I told all these people that you had this banging, you pull up and you not banging it. I was like, "Well, damn, I didn't know that you told all these people that I had all of this." Now I'm really nervous because I'm going to one of these jack boys. What are they thinking when I pull up? Do you see what I'm saying? So you was absolutely right. She was bragging on me about something that I didn't even think was important and didn't even know about it.
Right. And that's it, man. And so that first impression, and plus, if you want people to like you for who you are, then when you show up to them, you need to be more yourself than all these cosmetic stuff. If you want people to love you for who you are, then you need to show them who you are up front. And then if they can love that part of you, then any enhancements, they're not going to complain about.
That is absolutely correct. So back to your first topic, do women know what they actually want, or do women know what men really want?
And I don't think so. I think, for the most part, I think the majority of women ask other women. They do. I'll give you an example. Men, and I know you've heard this, Sky, for the most part, we have told women we do not like them long back eyelashes.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't met a dude yet that say that he find that attractive. Matter of fact, if you go online, we talk about how much we don't like them long lashes.
Right.
But when a man say that to a woman, what is a woman's response? When a dude say something that he don't like about a woman as far as her appearance, her response is what for the most part?
Good question, because I have never had to go through that. So yeah,
you
have
do
to
this
that
for you. I'm not doing this for you. I'm doing this for me.
No, is that what they say? Okay, gotcha. I did not know that. So you learn something new every day.
So a lot of things that dudes like, we don't like weave. I'm saying, I don't like weave at all. But I get it, because some of y'all want to give your hair a break. You don't want to, find yourself every morning or every night in the mirror having to, put your hair up, put rollers in it, all that. I get it, right?
Right.
But damn, man, at some point, it's all right to take a breather from it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to have the yellow, green, and orange and all the crazy colors. I see that, and with that to me, when I see hair, somebody that dye their hair all the time, or wear them color wigs and weaves all the time, it lets me know there is a mental issue somewhere. She crazy. She crazy. Now, I ain't saying that all dudes gotta think like that. I advise them not to. I'm a different character. Y'all, me and y'all are totally different. I get it. But when I see that, because when we see these videos and we see these crazy chicks, most of them got hair dye in their hair.
That's absolutely correct. And I wonder, again, with the eyelashes, because I've been around girls that be like, man, I want to try those eyelashes, or I want to try my eyebrows, or I want to add this. I always go back to when I see a woman and all she wears tight clothes, right? Have you ever been around a woman that all they wear 90% of the time is tight clothes, right?
Right.
I'm thinking, do you have a self-esteem issue? Like, if I can see the muscles in your butt cheeks, your pants are too tight. Your shirt is too tight. I mean, are you trying to just show everybody your figure? You trying to tell everybody that you're skinny? Like, why do you wear your clothes so tight? Because as a woman, I already know what you have. You have nothing no different than any other woman. But why are your clothes so tight 90% of the time? So to me, I think all of it sometimes is a self-esteem issue. From the eyebrows to the tight clothes to the hair, they have seen something or somebody has told them something that they feel like this is who they have to be.
And you really think about it. Men, the things we do is not to impress other men. It's not to get validation from other men, right?
Right.
We do things for who?
Women.
For women. Our whole setup and the way we move is for the attention of women.
Right.
And we'll admit that. There's certain things that if it don't get a woman's attention, then we move on to something else. We
That's
find
right.
out what it is that attracts them. Women, on the other hand, they'll tell you they do things for themselves, you know what I'm saying, things to make them happy. But if enough men came by and was like, man, I ain't talking to her because, man, I don't like the way she wear this or that. Do you think she will keep that?
Nope.
No.
And that's one of those 90 things, Damo, being in the mall, right? So you have
Right.
10 girls. You have 10 girls because usually they walk in groups. And here come all the fine-looking men, the Rocks and the Roman Reigns. And they talk to all of them except for you. Then you feeling some type of way. So now you got to go home, like you said, and change into something that you're not.
See,
I saw that all the time in the 90s in Rivergate Mall, Hickory Hollow Mall, Cool Springs Mall. You know, you the you the girl that everybody got that, like, if girl A didn't want the guy, then you was girl B, sort of like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, you know.
And
Yeah.
usually that's what it is. Usually that's what it is. It's something in which, you know what I'm saying, like they'll figure it out. What's working for them and not working for me.
Right.
You know, dudes, we do. We'll see, okay, what is it about that fella? Is there something that he got going on? Is it the way he dressed? Is his approach? What is it that he got going on that I need to add to my repertoire?
That's right. And most men, I won't say most men, me, because this is our show, so me, I don't want no BBLs. I don't want no hood rats. I don't want no this or that. I really just wish y'all quit watching these damn rap videos and quit watching these, because those are not the women that people are going to marry. Those are the side chicks. I'd rather have a woman who's sitting in a library with her hair up in a ponytail reading a book.
Right. The library look.
That would be attractive.
It's sexy to me. I'm sorry. The library look is real sexy.
Yeah.
You know,
Glasses on, book in her hand. Yeah.
If you're pretty in the face, that's sexy. You know, if you're pretty in the face and, you know, and then your personality, because that's really what it comes down to.
Come down your
Man,
personality.
I've come across so many women that are beautiful. And the moment they start speaking, I'm like,
Yep.
you're the ugliest thing I ever seen.
That's right.
And so, you know, man, if they're beautiful and then they just humble and just like the young lady that just did this video,
Mm-hmm.
very sweet, very soft spoken, very, you know what I'm saying, like humble, you know, and it's like when it's a female like that, it invites guys to want to talk to them and want to know more about them. But
Correct.
then I be on apps where the women, and I'm like, looks wise on a scale of 1 to 10, you're really like a 5 or 6. And they're acting like they're 9 and 10s. And that makes them even look worse. It's like, man, you really like this is on the track.
Well, where I came from, that's how it was, man. If a girl was beautiful, she didn't have a body. She had a pretty face, but she just didn't have a body. If she had a body, she just did not look good in the face. So those were the only two pickings you had where I come from. You either wanted the girl with the body or the girl with the face. You know what I'm saying? So that's when it probably changed. But back then, coming up, that's what it was.
Right. And you know, it is what it is, man. Like dudes get with women that's, you know, the problem is there's a lot of women, and this goes for men too. But here's the difference, and I'm gonna break this down. We aren't the people that the person that's with us had met 10, right. 15 years from now. So me and the way that I am right now, I am not the same Damo from 20 years ago, right?
Right.
And so when you get with a person and they change, you at some point you got to take care of yourself to a degree. Because if you let yourself go, ladies, if you were a dude and when he got with you, you was thick, you was 145, everything was all in the right places, and we get it. You had babies and babies change your body and whatnot. But you can't let it get to the point where you just not motivated to go running, walking, working out, you know what I'm saying, changing your eating habits. You can't just say, well, I got this, man. I'm just totally going to let myself go. And think that dude going to remain faithful to you. It ain't going to happen. Because
especially if he has high sex drive, Damo. Right. Especially if he has a high sex drive. You're right.
Because first and foremost, you've been feeding him steak for the last 15 years. Mm-hmm. Your body is the same dish. So the fact that there's other dishes out here, he already looked, right? But right. Then, if you know what I'm saying, like them steaks is like prime steaks, and you getting the same old Salisbury steak. You used to be prime, but now you Salisbury steak. You see that prime steak over there? You in trouble.
You in trouble.
So don't let yourself go to the point where the other women are now competition. Yes, there are other qualities about yourself that are important, and you do have an advantage because he know what to expect from you and not them. But I'm telling you, you cannot let yourself go from 145 to 210 and think that, man, the dude gonna stay around. When he got these other chicks that's younger, like, oh, he older, he got a job, he consistent, blam, 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 and they after your dude. Because they don't want the dudes their age. They want the older dudes. I'm just telling you. Y'all think a lot of times it be the older dudes going at these young chicks. No, a lot of times the young chicks going after these older dudes.
Yep. Especially if you catch, if these girls are 18, 19, 20, and in their mind, they're more mature than these people that they went to high school with. They ain't very deal with them. Dude gonna be at least 25, 30. They 18, he gonna be 25, 30 because mentally, this is where they want to be. They ain't got time to wait for you to quit playing G.I. Joe and come out of your mama's basement and quit 15 different jobs. In their mind, they already want stability. But it goes back to, do women even know what they want sometimes for me? Because I saw a video where the girl was saying that nice guys come last. Like nice guys don't do it for her. And I was just like, well, what kind of world do you live in where you want a man that's going to abuse you, lie to you, make you feel like crap? That's what you're looking for? But you have a man that's going to bring chivalry to your life, and that just doesn't do it for you, you know? Because I was always told nice guys come last, you know what I'm saying? So I'm cool for it. But when you're spreading that message to the average little girl that hey, these nice guys, they can be like your brothers, they can be in the friend zone, but you need you a roughneck. This is where society is going right there.
And think about this, guy. I want you to think about this, ladies, because man, some of y'all, I question. They growing up, they always told me that women are smarter than men or more mature, right?
Right.
Now I'm at this point in life where I'm questioning that because if you guys want security, why does a man's height matter more than what's in his wallet? Like if you met a man and you are 5'6", he's 5'2", you're a little bit taller than him. Not by much, 4 inches, but not by much. But this man is a successful CEO. You know, he work out. He's a gentleman. And he makes a lot of money. You mean to tell me his height is the determining factor of why you won't date him? This man can co-sign for you a car. And that's not good enough? Where are we doing that at? You know what I'm saying? Where are we doing that? Because we don't operate like that. This is why y'all always say this. I know I look better than her. Y'all can be the right everything. And a woman come along that bigger than you, maybe not look as pretty as you, but she can cook, she can clean, she can serve, and she do all of that. And then your dude is messing with her and you questioning, dang, you downgraded. Well, he downgraded to you, but to him, it's not a downgrade because you can't cook, you know what I'm saying, some homemade macaroni and cheese. You can't make that homemade hot water cornbread. You can't make some of that stuff. You got to get Jiffy. You got to go to Save-A-Lot and get some of that stuff. So it's a difference. So, you know, man, we look for a female that can nurture. Y'all say y'all looking for, and then I've heard this. Well, why won't you date a dude that's shorter? Well, because I don't feel protected. Protected for what? I'm not right height of the kind of dude that you want to date. What am I protecting you from? Because you ain't gonna get me killed. Your cuckoo is not gonna get me killed, man. And you ain't gonna be talking shit because I'm on your arm, you know what I'm saying, and thinking that I'm gonna go ahead and put my life on the line to protect you. I'm sorry, it ain't gonna happen, man. It ain't gonna happen. I don't care if I'm 6'1". I don't care if I was 6'1", 5'5", 4'8", 3'2". I'm not protecting you from some shit that you done got me into. So when you say you need protection, from what? All the protection, I got weapons. Me having a weapon it don't matter what size I am. If I got that one that hold them clips in it, it don't matter how tall I am, because it's gonna hit them all the same. So what do you mean by protection?
I mean, think about all the guys that lost their lives because of that.
Because I ain't doing it.
They women that went out here and talk crazy to a bunch of people, and now you as the man supposed to go out here and take on 10 people or fight everybody because your woman has been running off at the mouth. I know people who's lost their lives doing that, and I know people who lost family members because of that. And you know what she do? She'll bury you and go on to the next person.
And be humping something else. You know what I'm saying? It's just like you dudes that's willing to go to prison, you know what I'm saying, for a woman or over a woman. You in prison, she humping something else. Your kid in the next room. Hell, a lot of these women, your kid may be in the same bed. You may not even take the baby out of the bed. The baby might just be over here like this. You know what I'm saying? Baby got to fall off the bed. You know what I'm saying?
I'm going to plead the fifth on that back in my younger days. I will plead the fifth on that. You know, if the child ain't old enough to know what's going on and it's nighttime, you put the child on the right side of the bed, y'all on the left, that child sleep with the bottle in his mouth. I'm going to plead the fifth on that. I'm going to plead the fifth.
2 years old. Over there bouncing their head. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
No blood.
You know,
man, Man, Sky, we'll be on this subject all day. We done already went over showtime, but we probably gonna continue to 2 o'clock. I want to play this next video. This next video is the one we really wanted to get to this, right? And I was glad. I know it put a smile on my face after last week's show and the junk that them chicks was talking to find this video. It put a smile on my face, player. Well, without further ado, here we go. Hold on.
Unmute.
Hold on, because this brother went off. I wish I knew this old man.
40 bad good beats.
Here we go.
I've been married for 51 years. Got 2 sons, 42 and 40 bad good beats. I'm still supporting the little boogers. Needed to take a test to see if any of us had a kidney good enough for my brother. Found out something interesting. They ain't my kids. There's somebody else's. Of course, the only good thing is, I know it's not my fault that those 2 idiots got dumped into this world. Hell, I thought they took after their mother. Instead, they took after the plumber or the postman or the milkman, or yeah, there were milkmen back when they came around. I mean, God only knows. It sure gets old. I do wish I knew who the real fathers were. And they ain't the same. She was bumping a couple of different guys. But if I could figure out who they were, I've been practicing law long enough that I pretty well figure I can see their ass and get all my money back that I suck into those 2 deadbeats. He just chaps my ass. She couldn't tell me. I'd probably forgive her. Maybe not. You know how it is. Yeah, boys. Y'all need to go get your own paternity test. You can't tell by looking who's the daddy. Unless you're looking down at the genetic level. I've been in court thousands of times in paternity suits. And 4 out of 5 times, guy says he ain't the daddy, he's right. And the genetic test is the only way to prove it for sure. These women are out at everything that looks fun. You thought you liked sex. You ain't nothing. Well, I guess that pretty well completes that story. I'll go home, start drafting up some divorce papers, see if I can't get free of that crazy bitch. I mean, I stayed with it for the sake of the children and the grandchildren, now the great-grandchildren. But they ain't no kid of mine. Welcome.
You said there ain't no kin of mine, fuck. No, I couldn't even imagine. I kind of feel for him. It's hard to even make a joke out of that because, man, I couldn't imagine. You know, the one thing we live for is to spread our seed. You know what I'm saying? And when we pass on, hope that we got children that could tell and, you know, what kind of men we were and, you know, and kind of carry on our legacy, the things that we learned and passed on to them, knowing that they're probably going to do the same thing. And could you imagine you with somebody 50 years and then you find out after 40 that you're not the father? of 3 generations, you don't have no blood lineage to the kids, grandkids, or great grandkids.
And so if I say live with
I
a
know.
lot of people watching, if I say live with a lot of people watching, this is why I don't trust women. We're gonna have an uproar.
Yep.
Now I'm a woman basher. I'm hating women. But you just played a video. And I know all women are not like that. I know there are some really good women that would never, ever, ever pull that stunt. But it's too many of them like her. Right? Life is a gamble. I had a friend that wrote a song that says life is a gamble. And life is a gamble, right? So that means that when I decide to date or do whatever, if you tell me when I walk out this house, I'm gonna run into more women like what you just played, then yes, I'm gonna be the type of person to be like, I don't trust no woman. I'm sorry. Because to find that other 5% of the women that we think we're looking for is like trying to find a needle in a haystack, and I ain't got time. First of all, I gotta find the haystack first. Then I gotta find the needle, and I ain't got time for that.
And what he said that I thought was very important, when he said 4 out of the 5 cases in which men say they are not the father, they turn out to be right. They are not the father.
The irony is that he is a judge. He is a judge over, I don't know, child support, maternity, whatever he's the judge over. But they come to his courtroom to see if they're the fathers of these children, and 4 times out of 5, they're correct. They're not the father. But let's play devil's advocate. Let's go back before they got to the judge, right? The white guy. I guarantee you, from the time they hopped in the car till they got to their courtroom, she all in his ear. You MF, you son of a biscuit eater. This is your child. How dare you not trust me? You the only one I've been with. And when this is your baby, I'm going to put you on double child support. Like, she's talking funky to him, Damo, all the way to the courtroom. Do you hear me?
Right.
I've been there, done it. I've seen it. Get to the courtroom. That baby's not yours, sir. And then you got to turn around and look at her and say, I ain't gonna say it out loud.
I know.
You was talking from here. It's like watching Maury in real life, and that's crazy.
It's insane.
It is insane.
And it's unfortunate. I think this: if you are a female that, say, if you laid with 10 dudes and seven of them 10 dudes you was with, you let hit you raw, then I think that you should be the one that prove to the dude that, yes, them are his kids. Because if you let every dude that you sleep with bust a nut in you, ejaculate in you, spray your walls, then you need to go ahead and get that paperwork. You know what I'm saying? You need to go ahead. And don't be like, well, why are you questioning? Because, man, you don't wear protection. What I don't get is how females say y'all uncomfortable with the dude wearing the condom. How we the one wearing the condom? How are you uncomfortable? You know what I'm saying?
They make female condoms, right? You know they make female condoms. Man. So there should be a reason. But I think it's just come laziness, pettiness, and triflingness, right?
Yeah.
Right. So let's just be honest. If you're laying in a bed with a woman and she's horny, you horny, and it's time to do the do, nobody wants to get up and say, hold on for a minute, I'm gonna get the condom up. Hold on for a minute, let me go take this pill. They ready to do it right then. So that's the laziness, right? Then the pettiness is after you do it, oh, you want to do round 2? Yeah, let's go round 2. Then that's the pettiness, right? Then the trifling is, which one of y'all gonna take a shower first? Probably neither one. So then he's gonna go sleep with somebody else, then you go sleep with somebody, and that's the world we're living in. And so that's why I tell people I don't believe in the traditional hell. This is hell. This is hell.
You ain't lying. Man, say that shit again.
I don't believe in the traditional hell. This is hell. And it's crazy because the stuff that you can't see can kill you. That's crazy.
Think about this. There are women and men that get off work, probably don't even get in the shower, get right in the bed. Or women that go their whole day and then don't get in the shower, she'll go right to bed, and then the first thing the dude do in the morning is he giving her oral sex. or she giving him oral sex. And it's like, you don't smell that dookie juice. You don't smell that fish tank. You know what I'm saying? Shark Tank. Man, you ain't gonna go and make them go and wash their ass before you go ahead and do what you gonna do. I mean, man, you ain't gonna make sure she shaved. All that is up. And with females, you ain't gonna make sure he shaved or that he washed that meat between her balls and buttholes. You ain't gonna make sure we don't wash that. You just gonna go and suck it, huh? Nasty bitch. And then go kiss your kid. And then talk about, come in, Poochie dude, before you go to school. And no, you just suck dick. Get your ass out of here. You know, no wonder the kids be like, ugh, because they be hearing you. The kids be hearing you in the next room. They know you ain't hit that damn shower. You know what I'm saying? You wonder why your kids don't want no kiss from you because they can hear what you're doing in the next bedroom.
Yeah. I was in high school and one girl told me, she was like, I sucked dick maybe 3-4 days ago, but I brushed my teeth since then. I was like,
you know what you should have asked her? You know what you should have asked her? You should have asked her, did she gargle? Yeah, it may not be on your teeth, but what about your tonsil?
Oh my God, it's crazy, man. Because I mean, I'm realistic.
You gargle your tonsil?
I don't think there's enough Listerine to get that out, right? I mean, let's be realistic. Unless you sleep with a virgin, okay? And today, 2024, a virgin is 14 years old. And that's sad to say that. Any girl past 15, you best believe she's probably has had sex with either a man or a woman. I'm just putting it out there. So if you meet a girl, if I meet a girl tomorrow, I know she's had sex. I know she's probably had
you can tell. You can tell.
Probably the swung, because that's what people do. They get it out of their system young, so when they get to a certain age, they can marry and move on. So there's no way you meet a girl tomorrow, and then a month later you kiss her and think that she's never sucked a day in her life. You know what I'm saying? We're talking about if they've done it within a certain amount of time. That's what scares me. If you ain't had sex in 2 years and that's the last time you sucked, okay, ain't nothing I can do about that. But if you had sex 2 days ago and you trying to kiss me, that's the issue. And that's what scares me. Because women lie. Men lie too, but women lie about that stuff. Oh, I ain't been doing nothing. Now, you might not be having intercourse, but you've been putting penises in your mouth. And then you like, it's the third day. Why haven't you kissed me? Because I don't know what your mouth is, mean, girl.
And I'll give you another one. Here's something else. Because dudes, they don't have fathers in their lives. So I had my dad. So these were things I knew, beforehand.
Right.
Fellas, when you ejaculate in a female, even though she may go in the shower and wash that out, that ejaculation that semen is in her body for a day. So when she may have sex with Alex on Monday. If she has sex with you on Thursday, when you are giving her oral sex, you are tasting Alex. Because it's still coming up out of her. And a lot of y'all so ignorant, y'all don't even know that. Y'all don't know any better. Y'all don't know. Y'all thinking that she just wet and this and this and that. No, sir. That is another man's semen still leaking out of her. Because what goes up must what?
Come down.
Must come down. I'm just telling y'all. Y'all ain't had no daddies around. So it's important that this is why it's important men have conversations. Because men that have had fathers can talk to the ones that haven't and school them and give them game and tell them information that they never knew before. Because I'll tell y'all real quick. That's why y'all real quick y'all be in these women's inboxes. Yeah, I eat that up. I drink your bath water. A lot of times you drinking another man's bath water. I'm telling you.
Drinking bath water. Now that's a new meaning to being thirsty, right? You hear that term, they thirsty? That's a new meaning. I'll drink your bath water.
That's an old one. Dudes just don't care. But I'm telling y'all don't know, man. Y'all inadvertently S&D, sucking penis. Because, man, like I said, when she let a dude ejaculate in her, it take a couple days for it all to come out.
That is crazy, and that's some stuff they should teach you in sex education.
Yeah, they ain't gonna teach you because they want some of y'all to delete y'all cells off. They ain't gonna tell y'all. They want some of y'all to be out here sick, coughing. You know what I'm saying? You got white on your lips and shit. What's going on? I know you washed your face. You know you got that pus and stuff.
That's crazy.
But that is. People don't think about stuff like that. That a woman that take her a couple days to drain. You see that crust in her drawers, it might be another man's semen.
And crust.
It ain't cake icing.
I'm telling you, man, and this is real talk. This is like when I used to watch scary movies like Jason and Freddy, that stuff didn't scare me. You know what scared me? Movies like The Curse, The Outbreak, things like that could truly, really happen. HIV scares me more than Michael Myers does. I can watch a Michael Myers movie all day, but HIV scares me more.
I tell you what scared me more than HIV.
Huh?
I tell you something that scared me more than HIV.
What's that?
Herpes.
Yeah.
Genital herpes.
Genital herpes, yeah.
The hell out of me. You see some stuff and it just looked like a frog and went and you touched the frog on your nuts or, your cuckoo. It's all blistered up and pussy looking like that dude in Weird Science. Remember Chet in Weird Science when he became that big ass turd? Yo, genitals looking like that? That scared me. Shit, I don't get there. What y'all talking about? That scared me. Hell, ain't no sex good enough to catch that shit. But y'all don't give a damn.
In movies, or in some movies, especially back in the 70s, there was always a euphemism in the movies, like how people catch like Easter eggs. There was a euphemism. The movie Aliens with Sigourney Weaver was never about aliens coming from the sky. Aliens was about HIV/AIDS because it was an alien term. People didn't know because at first they thought only gay people could get it. They didn't know where it was coming from and how to treat it. So now I'll teach y'all something. The very first Aliens that came out in 1970 or 80 with Sigourney Weaver, that was a euphemism about HIV. HIV was supposed to be the aliens that they were talking about that was coming to destroy the earth.
Man, I'll tell you what. Some of y'all be having sex with people y'all don't even know. I mean, y'all don't even know these people. Y'all haven't done any background checks. The silliest thing I've ever heard, right, was a person's past don't matter. Bull crap. The past sure do matter. You know what I'm saying? Because you show me who you slept with, and I'll tell you who you are.
Shouts out to Miranda. Thank you for watching. Go ahead, Damon.
Yeah, you show me who you laid with, and it'll tell me everything about who you are.
Yeah. Everything
I need to know. And that's why when I deal with females, I like to tap into their history. Because, man, if I know you slept with this dude and he got a 150 credit score, got about 30 felonies, you know what I'm saying? He living out of the back of a broke down van, and you like him all because he got curly hair and he packing 9, and let me know that you aren't the woman you say you are.
Me and you ain't got nothing in common.
We ain't got nothing in common. He can't even put a now and later or Chico stick on layaway.
Thank you.
You giving it to him, and it's not that you just sleeping with him, but you letting them go in raw.
Man, I'm telling you, if these guys look like Roman Reigns, or if they look like The Rock, or if they look like Aquaman,
they could get these.
They don't even care. If you look that good, you could have killed somebody yesterday. If you look that fine, that's the word they used to use back when I was going, oh, he's fine, girl. You know, that motherfucker just got out of prison yesterday, so he ain't got a pot to piss in or when to throw it out of. I don't care, girl. He's fine. I got to be with him. And you go right on over that here. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're going in one end out the other. Hey, it is what it is.
See, I think I would have more empathy for the things that a lot of women go through if they say, "Ooh, girl, he rich," at least I can understand that. Ooh, he got money. Ooh, he got 2 or 3 cars. Ooh, he worked for this law firm and such and such. Oh man, he got his plumbing license. You know what I'm saying? Oh, he's an electrician. If y'all was bragging on stuff like that, then I could say, you know what? She just got duped. I see what she was going for. But man, when y'all say he fine, and then this fool ain't got a pot to piss in, and then you want me to feel empathy for you because now he ain't paying child support. Well, bitch, what was he gonna pay it with? What was he gonna pay child support with? He ain't got no job. He ain't got no credit. He couldn't even drive to the office because he ain't got no car.
I mean, he made a cute baby with you. He made a cute baby with you, but that's it.
Yes. And the baby gonna be dumb as hell.
Oh yeah, that too. Fine looking baby, but dumb as rocks. Yep. That's absolute. I used to tell people that all the time that I was Uber and Lyft before it even existed. So imagine 95 through 99, all these girls that got pregnant by all these no good men, they would call Sky Black. They were like, Sky, I'll give you $5 if you can take me to get some diapers. $5 if you can take me to get a test. $5 if you can help me take my. That was when $5 would fill up your tank, y'all. We talking about 95. So, you know, $10 on Sky, hey, I got some food stamps. You take me to the store. I got you. You know what I'm saying? Because the dad
Let me tell you how Dan used to work. I'd be like, yeah, you got what?
I'm telling you, I should have started Uber and Lyft because I was taking baby mamas everywhere in between 95 and 99. Do you hear me?
All right.
Everywhere.
You would have, as the old saying goes, ass, gas, or cash. No ride for free. You would have been like this.
Well, and most of them, again, if they didn't pay me like $5 or $10 up front to pick them up, they would take me, you know, because most of them get like $700 to $800 in food stamps. So like, hey, here, get the Hawaiian punch, get you some Hot Pockets, get you some this. So I mean, you know, I got compensated, but I'm just saying to make the point of what me and you talking about, I lived it. These girls coming out of Glencliff, 96, 97, 98, when I graduated, dating these no good football players because they look good. And then you got 2 kids by them, and they gone. They ain't about to take care of them kids. They ain't get no DNA test. So now I'm driving down the street, and here you are pushing a stroller, knowing you live 10 miles down the street. I pull up and give you a ride because I feel sorry for you and the children.
I don't. He took advantage of you. Shit, might as well continue. I'm gonna take advantage of you. That's what most of these dudes are. I'm telling y'all, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. When he's at a certain stage of his life where he wasn't good enough for it, and then fast forward, he see you and hey, you know what I'm saying? And you struggling in the rain with the, cart, with a stroller. You ain't got no blanket over the stroller. Kid getting rained on in the face.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And he pull up in something nice. And let me get on here and get this ride. He gonna take advantage of you too. Because in our minds, we like, look, bitch, I wasn't good enough for you back then, so I ain't gonna be good enough for you right now. That's what it's gonna be. I wasn't good enough for you back then. You ain't good enough for me now. But I'm gonna take advantage of the work that I put in. You know what I'm saying? To become at this level. And if you give me a chance, it is going what it is. I might pay your electric bill, your $3 electric bill or phone bill, put 10 on it, pay it off. But then after I get what I get, man, it's not. And I know females, I'm not saying that I used to think like that. I ain't do it, but I used to think like that. I know other dudes did. I'm going to tell you, a majority of dudes, man, they are like that. When y'all done turned us down and whatever, and we weren't good enough, when we could come back at a certain level and that door open, we gonna take advantage of you too. So choose wisely. Choose wisely.
Right. And most of them would. You right about that. But I mean, you talking about the finest looking females you've ever seen in high school. 3-4 years out of high school, they look terrible. They on drugs. They look terrible. Do you hear me? And so here I am coming around looking stupid. Hey, you have $3 so I can go in here and get me something to eat. I'm like, damn, girl, I remember when you was the hottest cheerleader in school. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I'll be like, dude, they talking about you got $3. I got these 6+ inches.
See,
I know, man. I
I'm
know.
telling you, and some guys would do that. I was with a group of guys like that. He was like, "Can I help you?" And he was like, "Yeah, I can help you." All right, we were around the building, and I was like,
Yeah,
"Why would
you
you
help
do that
me.
like that?"
Help me to help you. That's what the dude
Yeah,
said.
yeah. He
Real
was
quick.
like,
Why don't you
"Yeah,
help me?
why
Help
would you
you.
treat her like that?" Well, because of the shit she said to me when we was in high school, and I was like, "That's true."
We
But at the
never
end of the
forget.
day, she's still a human. She, you know,
Man,
whatever it is, what it is.
we
I just
never
couldn't.
forget. I'm just telling y'all, ladies, we don't forget. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah,
And
well I
we
didn't
know,
forget neither. I felt good taking
yeah,
them knowing that they had to beg or ask me
right,
to take them where they needed to go because back then you wouldn't even look at me.
right.
Now, oh, thank you so much. You're a lifesaver. It did feel good. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Hell yeah, I'm telling
I
you,
took their money, I took their food stamps, and I took their pride.
man. And speaking of pride, we're gonna get into this next video. So
Uh-huh.
this next topic, this young man took this young female on a date to the Shake
Right?
Shack. Now the Shake Shack isn't cheap. You know what I'm saying? It ain't
Yeah.
5-star, but it ain't cheap either. To
Right.
me, anytime you spend $50 on a date for one meal, that's a lot. You know what I'm saying? And so this dude took this female on the date, and I want to show y'all what happened. So without further ado, let me go ahead and turn down our little porno music. We got a little porn music going. It's really long music, but you know, I gotta be silly. All right, so let's play this clip. Hold on. All right. Well, it didn't play. Hold on. It played, but I got to get the sound. This heifer, man. Oh, it is. It's playing. I got it on mute. Hold on.
Unmute.
All right. Hold on. Hold on.
Y'all see this? Look at me. Y'all see how I look right now? This man that brought me on a date to Shake Shack. Like, of all places. Look at him. Right. You know, all the chains and stuff like that on your neck. You and this shit right here. What's wrong?
Shake Shack is nothing wrong. And then you order the chicken sandwich and stuff. Like, there's nothing wrong with Shake Shack. Shake Shack is a good spot. You tripping.
Really? So you couldn't tell me nowhere else better than Shake Shack?
And Shake Shack is a good spot.
I mean, this what you got me.
If you have
That's it.
on the local, go to Shake
You
Shack.
got me 2 sandwiches and a drink.
So what? And it cost me $50 for just this.
This cost you $50.
$50. It cost me $50.
Let me see the receipt.
You don't gotta see receipt. That's how much it costs. Like you, I'm very that's why I don't like going on dates and stuff like that.
I mean, you be going out spending hundreds of thousands at the club and stuff like that. I don't see why I gotta come to Shake Shack.
The thing about this is lunch. You feel me? You said let's go out for lunch. Surprisingly, and I took you to Shake Shack. This is how you act.
That's a surprise. Go ahead, start recording. I'm already in there.
I'm gonna show the internet.
Yeah, show them.
For women,
Show them.
you feel me?
Show them.
But you wanna order like you still order like you wanna eat. You still about to eat.
I ain't said the food was nasty. I just said I wanted something
You
else.
wanted to go to look. Where you wanna go? Where you wanna go?
I mean, shoot, I mean, right here in the South Side. I mean, all these fancy restaurants over here. We couldn't have got something that just gave us some simple.
We could have went that for dinner.
Okay, but check this out. Check this out, though. Hold on.
Everything right.
I'm about to prove a point, though. Pick up your fork. Let me see your fork.
That's how Shake
That's
Shack
the
do
fork.
it.
That's the fork.
This is how Shake Shack do it.
Okay.
That's how Shake Shack. It's finger food. You don't even need a fork to put this
Okay.
bougie. Like that's bougie.
You.
So let me address a couple things, right?
Mhm.
First and foremost, she said, "Look at me." Let me tell y'all, I love my American women. This ain't a slight at y'all, but I'm just gonna be straight up honest with y'all because I move around and I deal with. I've always had beautiful friends, women. I'm talking about that I'm cool with, nothing sexual. That I'm really cool with. I love when I come across a beautiful woman with intellect, class, and humbleness, right? With her ego checked at the door. I'm going to tell some of y'all. Some of y'all walk around like y'all stuff don't stink. Y'all have that attitude now because you're comparing yourself amongst other women who y'all may think is on a certain level. But we men can tell you first and foremost that it's not on that level. There are women in other countries that if we put them up against y'all, you wouldn't stand a chance. You would be intimidated by these women because these women, not saying that other countries don't got women full of BS also, but for the most part, it's a culture thing. These women come from cultures where fathers and men are more involved in their lives. So they have respect for men, where a lot of y'all don't really have fathers in your lives and have no respect for men. And some of y'all got fathers and watch your mothers disrespect your fathers. In other cultures, you don't really see that. So when you come across, and I've come across them, women who are soft spoken, who are very kind, just nurturing, nice, warm, inviting, smiling all the time, making them cute little faces. And then you go to the majority of women in ours who have been through stuff that they actually put themselves in because you invite dude, and if you invite a dude to treat you bad, and now your experience is real bad with men, that's on you. But y'all allow that to harden y'all where y'all don't really smile. You cuss and act like men, really aggressive. You know what I'm saying? Don't I mean it's just the energy is bad. It ain't even worth the investment. Because when we take y'all on a date, that's what it is. It's an investment to see if we can go further with y'all. Are you worth taking further? And a lot of females, they aren't. They aren't warm. They aren't open. They aren't gentle. They aren't kind. They aren't soft spoken. They aren't elegant, classy. You know what I'm saying? They're hard in the face. They don't make them cute little faces and be like, ooh, I could just look at you all day. You fine. They're not like that. And the women that are in America, they're off the market. The ones that's like that, not only are they off the market, they stay off the market. You know what I'm saying? Now, not that's not all of them, because there are some good women out, but they are far and few between. We do not
Yeah.
have the options that y'all think that men have. And we know y'all have
Yeah.
options because y'all outnumber us at a certain number. Y'all outnumber us
Mm.
5-1. So some dudes, a majority don't qualify in the age range for the men you want to vet. Then there's the ones that's in prison that, you know what I'm saying, that their lives is ruined, right? They can't vote.
Yeah.
It's hard for them to get a job. Their credit messed up. Those dudes, you got them. Then you got the dudes that they don't. Then they you know they like other men. Let's just say that they're not really
Mm-hmm.
interested in you. So when you start breaking
Mm-hmm.
all this down, you guys don't have the options that y'all act like y'all got. You don't. You talk about you ain't gonna settle. Well, there's nothing to settle to because what you think is out there ain't out there. Which is why you
Nope.
and if you think I'm lying, ask the woman that's in her 40s and 50s that was saying the same things you saying 20, 30 years ago.
Mm-hmm. They're looking for the invisible man. He don't exist.
And when your hip go out, and when the other hip go out, and then when you can't work and you can't do the things you need to do physically anymore, your kids is married off, got families or whatever going on, and you in that house by yourself, and you fall, and then you land on that floor 3, 4 days. I want you to think about you talking about, yeah, I'm happy single. Ask yourself, are you still happy? Laying there with a busted up hip, nobody calling and coming to check on you. And that goes for men too. But men, we've been accepting to that. You know, we've been accepting of there's a chance that if I don't have nobody at this point, I may never have somebody. Y'all think that your timeline exists longer than it actually does, and it don't. Men, for the most part, we come to the realization that if it ain't happened by a certain time, chances of it happening ain't gonna happen. Or we're gonna have to,
Yeah.
we're gonna have to go ahead and take something beneath what we would think is our qualification of what we deserve.
Right. I agree. So first, I agree with the pool, right? So you have men that are drag queens, cross dressers, down low brothers
Yep.
that are actually homosexuals. Then you have men that are in jail. Or you have men that just ain't shit. Period. So right now in the United States, we're probably outnumbered. Let's just take your number, 5-1. So for every one man in the United States, there's 5 women. There's places on earth where men are outnumbered 25-1.
Yes.
For every one man, there's 25 women. So, like he said, that pool that y'all think y'all pulling from is getting smaller and smaller every year, right? And then again, it goes back to what I said at the beginning of this show about feminists or bougie women. Tell me up front who you are. If you are a bougie woman or a feminist, then you know what? I might not try to take you to the Shake Shack or whatever. Maybe I would have taken you to a 5-star hotel. But don't wait until after I make reservations to tell me that you bougie. I don't think I'm upset because she's bougie or whatever she is. I think I'm more upset because she waited till the last minute to tell this man who she really was. Tell him up front so that way he be like, you know what, I can't afford you. I'm gonna move on.
Well,
don't wait until I done made the reservations. We pull up to Old Charles and be like, nah, I'm kind of a root steak type of girl.
Well, here's the thing, and this is something else. This is the other point I want to get to. She said that when he up in the clubs, he throwing up all this money. He got them $100 bills and he throwing up thousands of money when he up in the club, but then he want to take her to somewhere like the Shake Shack. Well, ma'am, here's the difference. That man worked real hard for his money to do what he want and see fit with his money. So you aren't entitled to him spending his money on you, first and foremost. So what makes you think when he's spending his money at a strip club or wherever he's spending it at, he's enjoying himself?
Right.
What do he get out of spending that kind of money on you? A female that was with a dude some time ago and gave it away for free, who didn't have to pay anything to get her attention? Is that what we were talking about? Because that's the issue. Some of y'all done been with a handful of dudes, and that dude didn't have to earn anything to get in bed with you. And then you want this man to take you and spend $300-400 for what? For something that somebody else already done got? For free? What is he getting out of it? And then there's a chance you may not give him anything afterward. So what is he getting out of it? Because nothing in the world is free. And I don't care what you think you look like. There are women that look better all around the world. I'm telling you. I just found one in this video. Dudes, since I posted that video, you know what they asked him? Who is she? She humble, she cool as the other side of the pillow. She is cool. She knows she's pretty. She ain't got to act it. You don't have to act like you pretty when you really know you pretty.
Yeah, that's true, right? You let other people tell you for you. Then we need to do a topic on that, because with you saying that, what's the difference between dating and prostitution? You said nothing is free, right?
Right.
So listen, prostitution means I pay you up front for the coochie. Dating means I'm gonna spend some money for a while, get to know you, and then eventually get the coochie. So what's the difference?
It is the same now, and that's because of I like the majority of females. Because when you require me to have a certain amount of money before you're gonna decide that you're gonna give me your time, that is a prostitute. A man paid for a prostitute's time. So if I have to have an amount of money to get your time, you are no different than a prostitute. Where's the lie?
Where is the line? Because what a pastor, if he was on here with us, would tell what me you should be doing is courting women.
Yes.
Getting to know them. But hell, if we take them skating, we got to pay. We feed them, we got to pay. Movies, we got to pay. If we get cool enough, they say, hey, I need a new bra, we got to pay. Or if I decide that I want to take her on a vacation, I got to pay. But then I have to wait months to get into the bed. But when the dude calls the call girl or the prostitute, he gets it within a short amount of time and probably for a lot less money. You know what I'm saying?
And he paying her to
So
leave.
where is the line drawn then?
That's what Gilbert Arenas was talking about. Because you know what he's doing?
He sure was. He
He's
sure
paying
was.
her to leave. She gets what she wants, which is the transaction. He gets what he wants, which is the service, and they part ways. That's what it is.
Yep.
It's not even you're hearing more. I'm hearing more and more men saying it's not worth dating. Dating is a scam. It is a scam nowadays for the most part. Because what are you getting out of it? We break men for the most part have hard labor jobs. Right?
Right.
Most men have hard labor jobs or they work a long amount of hours. But these jobs break them down physically. Okay? So that man, what is he getting when he spend his hard-earned money on you? You know, and a lot of these females, they not even grateful to say, I like the ones that say, you know what? How about I just cook you something? Or how about we go on a picnic? You know, you bring something, I bring something, we come together, merge together, and then we have a picnic. You know, or the simple dates that you ain't got to go and pay for, you can go and enjoy, right? And don't have to spend no money, but you enjoying each other's time. What happened to that stuff?
But then you're making me think about something else. This is why I like talking to you, right? Because somewhere in this show, we talked about a woman and a man sleeping with each other. And then we talked about how often does a woman take a shower before she has sex again, right?
Right.
If that's the case, then dating and not knowing that woman is more dangerous than porn. And listen to me, yes, I said porn. Because in the porn industry, every 3 to 6 months, you have to go get tested. In the porn industry, the director makes sure that that woman has showered and that man has showered before they get into the bed and he says action. That's crazy.
Right.
There are no, unless you're doing it in your house, but a professional porn set with cameras and a director and a line director, them people are clean on the inside and clean on the outside before they have sex and they getting paid to do it. But you telling me that I have to pay for a stranger that I'm trying to get to know, and I don't even know if she's cleaning her body or not?
Or who else she's sleeping with?
Or who else she's sleeping with, because you're just dating. So her baby daddy might slide through every now and then, and he ain't washing his ass neither.
Right.
And y'all are just dating. You can't be like, I cheated on. No, I didn't cheat on you. We were just talking. Woo!
Man.
This world.
Men, we need to have more conversations.
Man.
And I'm telling y'all, I will say this on every show until it ring a bell with y'all. You have to be disciplined with your penis. Before you get in the company of a woman, go and shake you 2 of them out. Go shake 2 of them out. That way you got a clear mind before you get with the female. Because a lot of y'all are getting in situations that's leaving y'all depressed, homeless, broke, with a record. Because when you get behind on child support, now they want to lock you up. They want to take a driver's license. Some of y'all are letting that destroy y'all whole future because you don't have discipline.
I know personally
Get there.
2 or 3 people.
Shake it out.
I know personally 2 or 3 people with no driver's license, Damo.
Man, shake it out.
Yeah.
If you hit the wall, get you some bounty, wipe it down, whatever you got to do. Hit the ceiling,
I know personally 3 people. I know personally 3 people right now that driver's licenses are suspended because of child support. Yeah. Ain't that crazy?
So now they got to take the Metro bus.
They got to take the Metro bus.
You know.
Or they driving on suspended license.
Man, there you go. You know, and it's just like, it ain't worth it, man. I'm just telling y'all. Look.
It ain't, man. That's crazy. You when we get off of here, you're gonna make me think that I am more safer with a porn star than I am with a church girl.
Man, it's scary.
She's hiding a lot. She's been in the church all her life, so she's hiding a lot. But at least I know to be in the porn industry, you get tested every 3 months and you shower at least twice a day because this is a business. and the rooms are clean, and they clean the sets, and they spray the stuff down. Like, that's crazy. That makes no sense to me now.
You think? I mean, because we've watched for the last couple weeks now videos in which been jumping from one to another. I mean, man, y'all be jumping on penis like it's a ping pong stick, man. You know what I'm saying? You can't do that. And unprotected, you know, you don't know what's going into your body. It's like a needle. It's like taking a needle and just randomly just sticking needles in yourself. That's the same thing. You don't know what you're going to get. You can get some stuff that change your life. Literally. And for what? For what?
And for a lot of women, it's not diseases, it's a bacterial infection, which means she's dirty. To get a bacterial infection means that you ain't cleaned a certain area in a while. So that's why when you cut yourself, they get you to clean it with the alcohol and stuff. But if a girl go 2-3 days without washing, or she's wearing the same panties over and over, she can get a yeast infection or some type of bacterial infection down there.
Right.
But we don't know because she's not in porn, so we don't know how many times she showered or not showered.
Man, that's scary, ain't it?
Well, we live in a world today, or a world today. Damn, it's crazy, man. But again, a lot of these guys, they slaves to their dicks. They slaves, man. They got to have it. I gotta have sex 5 times a day. Hey, you go right ahead, my friend.
You cannot prioritize sex over the other qualities that are very important when you're dealing with somebody. Sex cannot, I get it. It is of importance, but it can't be the number one most important thing that you prioritize in when you meet somebody. You really got to know who you're dealing with. I ain't gonna get into all that other weird stuff when people be talking about soul ties and all that. I'm not gonna get into that. I'm just gonna say that it is of vital importance to get to know not only the person, but then their background. You know what I'm saying? Because who you slept with prior to does matter. Because I'm looking at this person, and then I'm looking at you, and I'm like, you got to explain that. You got to explain that.
Yeah.
Because
but it goes back to the porn.
If you go get this sweet meat, before you get this sweet meat, man, I got to know where you been. And then I got to know why. Yeah.
But again, it goes back to the point. They do background checks. Yeah. They do criminal checks. They do all that stuff because it's a business.
You don't buy a house without doing thorough research. You don't buy a car without investigating. Why don't people treat other people the same way? Meaning that before I invest my body into you or my time into you, I got to go ahead and do some research. I got to see the person that you are. I got to know who I'm dealing with.
Thank you. So now I gotta treat everybody like porn stars now.
Man, I know. I've been rubbing up on you, man. Got you thinking about stuff that you probably never thought about before, but I'm a deep person, man. I am a very deep thinker. You know what I'm saying? I think it's important to just ask these questions. Because when we're young and our hormones is out of whack, I get it. But then there comes a point where we just got to be wiser. You can't move in your 30s and 40s and 50s and 60s the same way you moved in your teens and 20s. At some point, man, people got to grow up and mature, man, and move different. I'm just saying, man, you got to move different.
That's true. Yeah. Got to grow up sometime. I agree with you.
Yep. Yeah. But hey, man, damn, Sky, this was such a damn good show, man. I do want to get to this because I know we got about 10 minutes. Let me play the video because this was another one, man. I just thought, ladies, man, when you're dealing with a dude, I think it goes for men too. But when you're dealing with somebody that got kids, you got to go ahead and accept their kids the same way you accept them. And if you're not going to do that, if you're not going to get behind them, don't get in a relationship with them at all. Just don't. I don't understand why some of y'all get in a marriage and then you don't want the man to leave. Then why are you married? Just be by yourself. Because I explained this to somebody. if in a vehicle, you take a car, why do you think only one person at a time can drive a vehicle? Why do you think that is?
Well, I guess because if two people drive, if I'm turning one way, you try to turn, it's gonna be problematic.
You gonna
So if I'm trying to hit the gas and you trying to hit the brake, yeah, you know what I'm saying?
That's why it's just like if you had two captains of the ship and they both steering the ship, y'all gonna wreck. So you have to appoint somebody to be the leader, and you have to follow.
Right.
And some get in these relationships and don't know how to follow. So it's like if you get into anything and you don't know how to follow, why are you into that? You know what I'm saying? Like if you believe in that person, believe in them wholeheartedly. If you're not going to believe and let them be the follower, then why are you even with it? Why? What's the point? What are you getting out of it? You know what I'm saying? Because I think a lot of people be in relationships because they're afraid to be alone. They can't handle being alone, meaning they can't pay their bills on their own. They need financial help. They can't do it alone. So they just get with somebody because, man, hey, this person can help me in this way. It's for selfish reasons. Instead of saying, hey, I want this person because I absolutely love this person and I think that me and them can build something. Right. I'm going to play this video, y'all.
Before you play, let me give a shout out to Jason for watching us live right now. Shout out. Go ahead.
Hey, shout out Jason, man. Thank you, Jay. And I want to give out a shout out to Angela and everybody else. Kobe, I know is watching. Real Trig, Love, Jazzy. Thank you guys for tuning in. I got a whole host of people that's on my Bigo. If you guys can, please give me a follow. We do this Tuesdays. Wednesday, I got a show with Kobe where we going to recap and run the same subject back. It's fun to do it like that. So if you can, follow us tomorrow also. We will be here. But without further ado, let me go ahead and rewind this back. Hold on, y'all. Give me, because we got 10 minutes and then, you know, man, I got to go eat. I'm starving. So hold on. Here we go. Oh, there we went. And then it muted again. This video do not want to play for me. Hold on, y'all. Give me a second. Let me figure out what's going on. Let me minimize this because I think this video is important. I think it's important. Now I just went to another video. Lord have mercy. Well, I might have to just explain this video because we talked about it earlier. Okay, here go the video again. Let's see if it wants to do right. My computer, I got to get a new laptop, y'all. My laptop is just got a mind of its own. It's a good laptop, but I think I got so much information on it that it's just all over the place. Let me see if this is the issue.
Unmute.
There we go.
This is what you pay child support for. The court ordered child support. You ain't got else. And she ain't gifted nothing else. She should not.
Let me close this up.
Child support out. She needed more money. Why should I feel like that?
Now come on, baby. I know I was wrong. I know I ain't do wrong. I ain't have it unmuted and you was trying to play for me. You know, but hold on, it's refreshing, y'all. Bear with me. It wants to play for me, but then it don't want to play for me. Well, while I'm trying to find this, let's go ahead and jump into it. So this man is married to this woman. Now he has a child prior to marrying this woman. Okay, so he pays the mother of his children. He pays her $500 a month in child support, right?
Right.
So I guess the child needed shoes. The mother or the wife is like, well, you pay child support. Why are you paying extra for this kid? Because the money for the shoes should be coming out of the child support. You shouldn't be paying. And he's like, if my kid needs shoes, then I need to go ahead. Here we go.
YouTube videos. Video could solve you several views. With one more video. Guys, you already know what time it is. Today, we must get active. All right? Title of today's video, I'll demand mandatory DNA test for all of my kids. Now, the setup to the show, I also have not seen
And I got to choose between my child and my marriage. And the shit getting old and getting very old.
I just you see your child in your marriage. What are you doing? What's going on? I ain't recording because you ain't dropping it. I don't give a damn for no Facebook, no YouTube, or nothing. No. And I don't care nothing about this. Because my thing is saying you pay $500 a month. You can drop it. I'm going to put your business out there. You pay $500 a month in child support. And ain't nobody doing no extra. No shoes, no clothes, no toys, no nothing. All that.
What you talking about, man? My son needs some shoes.
I don't give a damn. No, they shouldn't get your shoes out of child support money. Should get your shoes out of child support money. That's what you pay child support for. The court ordered child support. You ain't got else. And she didn't give them nothing else. She should have never took the child support out if she needed more money.
You shouldn't feel like that, man.
Why should I feel like that?
That's my fucking
I
child.
don't that child. You too. I don't give a damn about that. Shoes. Come on, I get some extra shoes and you pay $5 a month in child support. You ain't buying no shoes. You ain't buying no shoes. You buy shoes. You buy them shoes. You buy them shoes. That's it.
That's it, man.
That's it. I'm saying what you paying the child support is for?
I'm saying, it's real though. If you need some shoes, I'm gonna get the shoes.
No, you ain't getting no shoes out of me. You ain't.
You take over your life, man.
It don't matter. It does not matter. No, you don't need to buy no shoes. You get shoes out of child support money. $500 a month. That's what y'all agreed on.
I know, but shit,
Okay.
agree on the hell. If I feel like eating some shoes, I get some fucking shoes.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Look, this shit. You get some shoes, they ain't gonna be in here. It won't be in here. See that, man. Come on.
You in a situation, you won't be getting some shoes. What the fuck is you doing?
Get your ass up out of here. Get your ass up out of here. That's what I'm doing. You want my shoes? It won't be in here. I'm getting you up out of here. Get you up out of here.
Damn, man.
No, wow.
Come on, what you got
No, they don't put no. No, you want to get shoes? You want to get shoes?
Everybody in there.
So she had took a suitcase, threw it on the bed, start throwing his clothes and all his belongings in the suitcase, and basically telling him, "You gonna go ahead and get the baby some shoes, or you ain't gonna do it in here. You getting up out of here, right?"
Right.
So, and look, why even get in a relationship or married to somebody that got kids if you feel like that? If you feel like that, if you are that kind of person, why even marry somebody with kids? What's the point? And you can be that person. One day, you can have a kid with him, and that can be you. And you need something, and then the new woman he with is telling him, well, why are you getting this for her kid? You already pay her this in child support. That's what child support for.
That's true.
You know,
Well, kudos to him for still being a dad, even though he's not in the household.
right.
Because at least I know some that would have said the same thing. I give you $500 a month. Don't call me. And then that's it. But at least he's still in the child's life. And if the $500, let's say, went to an emergency and they needed an extra $50 or whatever for shoes, then that's what most daddies will do. But my thing with him is you didn't put yourself in a situation where you didn't move in with this woman. Never move in with a woman. Never do that.
That's his wife.
Why would you do that?
But that's
Because
his wife.
if it's not even about the child support, she can put you out for something else. If she's willing to put you out because you want to be a daddy to your child, what else would she put you out on?
Man, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't even let me tell you. Here's some things that I don't play. I'm not one of those, you could put me out on the couch. I can't sleep in here. I am not one of the ones that you could put out the house. Because if you put me out, if you do any one of them, I'm not coming back. We can't reconcile. You put me on the couch because you mad at me. Get on the couch. I'm going to stay on that couch. Why don't you come to bed? Because I'm not going to give you a chance to do this again. We can get 2 beds in the same room, but I'm not going to
like some old 60s couple.
Right. I'm not giving you the chance to do this to me again. If you put me out, that's it. My number, you ain't going to have no access to me because my number going to be changed. I ain't going to be where you think I'm at. I'm going to go to a friend that I ain't seen in a long time and be like, look, man, I'll give you some money. I just need to get away from this crazy chick. You ain't going to be able to find me. You're going to have to come to my job and follow me to know where I'm at. Because, man, I ain't going. Some of these dudes, man, I seen a dude that he got put out and he was laying outside of the front door. Or another one was in the car, had a pee jug in front, and he just laid up there in front of the apartment complex in the car. It can't be me. I can't do it, man.
Me neither, man. I you was absolutely correct. Yeah. And I don't think they were married. Were they married?
They was married.
They were married. So she's willing to put her husband out for being a father. So they ain't no telling what else she would put him out over. Oh, well, you didn't wash the dishes yesterday. You got to go sleep on the porch. You know what I'm saying? Like just any type of craziness that goes on, man. That's crazy. Once I left my baby mama. Yeah. Once I left my baby mama, I'm going to be on my own.
Yeah.
Well, I did. So I'm telling people what I've done. Once I left my baby mama, I was on my own. Everything I got is mine under my name. So ain't nobody going to come in here or be in my car, be in my businesses and tell me anything. That just doesn't make sense.
Right. And you got to, man, a lot of men they haven't been raised to be on their own.
No.
It is very important. I tell y'all, I don't know why y'all do this. Actually, I don't even think you should move in with a female at all. You should have your own spot. And I never used to think like that. But now, looking at the way things are now, I think if you're dating, you need to have your spot. She need to have her spot. You need to be paying for your bills. She need to be paying for her bills. And then if y'all want to go ahead and get married, and once y'all come together, then y'all come together on the spot, and then y'all work it out however y'all seem fit, right? You got to talk it out. And prior to that, if you're not married, you're not really with her. You still single. You're not married, you single. So you keep your spot, she keep her spot. That way, if you with her for 3 days and she pissed you off, you can go back home. And vice versa. She at your house, she get mad, she can go back home. You know what I'm saying? But until it gets serious, and I ain't gonna say we engage, no. Until you get married, just keep your own. If you want to help her every now and then, she like, this happened and I can't pay this bill, I came up short, and you want to be that guy, fine. But for the most part, you should pay your bills, and I gotta leave with this last line. She should pay her bills and leave it at that.
Yep, men, get yourselves together. I know people, they live with their mama, they live with their first baby mama, second baby mama, third baby mama, now living with their wife. They never been alone. And a lot of people in this world, if you don't know how to live alone and love yourself and date yourself, you got a long road to hope, my friend. Yep. A long road to hope, I'm telling you.
A long road to hell. You ain't never gonna be happy.
Man, yeah.
You can't be happy with you. At some point, you never gonna be happy because you
No.
are responsible for your own happiness.
I believe
not the
that.
person you with.
That's correct. I believe that. But until they figure it out, I don't know. But that right there, like that would only happen once. That would only happen once. And then the next time I wouldn't say nothing to her. I would be saving my money up, getting my credit together, getting all that together. So the next time you put me out, I'm gonna be packing my own stuff. And I'm gonna have an apartment waiting for me. So somewhere down the street and a car and everything else. No, I ain't coming back because you ain't for have the power to put me in and out of my own house. Hell no.
That's why I don't like the government. People are comfortable with the government getting government subsidies and stuff. I'm not comfortable with the government because the government is that woman that can put you out. At any moment, if you don't abide by their rules and what they say, they can kick you out. And that's why I don't like government programs. I don't believe in government programs because it empowers them and takes power away from you. It dehumanizes you. But with that said, y'all, I got to get going. Sky, thank you so much, man. Let them know what time they can listen to you again tonight.
Okay, tonight from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m., the D-Bling Radio Show. We got new music coming, so y'all have to tune in. And it replays. So if you miss it from 7 to 9, from 9 to 11, it'll replay again. But just tune in tonight, listen, enjoy the show. And then when we're done, we'll put some of it on offtoprecords.net. But yeah, tonight. And then don't forget the CEO Cartel, the podcast CEO Cartel. I've tried my best to keep it the same nights every week, but hell, I be getting busy. So I'll just let people know when I'm going live. So we get CEOs together and talk about businesses and how to grow businesses, and just it's all about business. CEOs, men and women, let's get together, let's network, and move forward.
No doubt, man. With that said, I want to thank everybody that tuned in. Extra special shout out to the House of China. That's my family. So shout out to the House of China. Shout out to China. Really good person. Shout out to Angela, man. Love you. And I'm out of here, man. Kobe, my dog. We on tomorrow, man.
All right. Y'all be peace.
Thank you, Sky.
No problem.